Hello and welcome to Copenhagen. This is part 2 of my little Copenhagen trip, and I have 2 more yarn shops, or 2 or 3 more yarn shops that I want to go and visit, but I have a very special project this time in mind that I'm gonna go look for yarn for, but I'm not gonna reveal it. I'm gonna be choosing the yarn and I'm gonna be knitting the project during this video, and there's like a full... Oh, I have some news for you, but let's go and check out this first yarn shop. It's called Sommarfuglen. I was here the last time in June when I visited Copenhagen, so I know that they have some really nice yarn, so let's go and check it out. Some options now. I really want, my vision is a light blue one, so there's this one which is really nice from Sunnesgarn Sunday. I also have knitting for olive, this one, I think this is called ice blue, no, soft blue. But it's hard. Which one do you like better?
This one, hands down.
Yeah, it is nice. And then I was thinking if I should get this, I could make it like striped or have that as an option. Maybe that one. Se on liian lähellä.
Ei, se on kiva.
Niin, toi on kiva. Okay, let's look at the colors here. We have better light. So this is going to be the main color of my project. It's super nice. It's exactly what I was thinking. It's, I mean, just a few days ago I went to Knitting for Olive, the actual shop, so I feel like to be buying again. But I mean, the color is the most important thing. And then I have these 2 colors that, let's see if we'll make some stripes. Have to see, I have to do a little bit of design thinking here. And then actually also, this is not for this project, but got this was just such a nice shade, so I also got some of this, just Sunnesgarn, one of my all-time favorite yarns. So feeling very satisfied. And now let's go have some smørrebrød. Alright, we're going to yarn shop number 2, so even though I already have the yarns for my special project since I am in Copenhagen, might as well go and check this one out. This one I also visited last time I was here. They had some really nice cashmere yarns, so maybe I'm gonna treat myself to some cashmere yarns. Let's see, because I'm kind of also thinking about making like a little scarf, so let's go and see what they have. Well, what do we have here? Look at this. I mean, have you ever seen this much cashmere yarn? I'm so excited. I got super inspired because they had 2 like sample pieces in the shop, and one was knitted with a combination of these 2 yarns, and it was just so beautiful. And then this light blue color I think is just perfect. And then I'm gonna combine this with the yarn that I bought earlier, and Tant Grön, and make like something super fluffy and luxurious. I'm all about like super soft knits right now, like kind of airy. So I mean, it's got a little bit expensive, but I knew that when I was coming here, and because I really was regretting not buying them last time, because these shades I can't find anywhere in Finland, and then it's always like when you buy online, you can't look at the colors. It's just nicer to buy in store, but I think that is maybe it. Let's see. I've been knitting on my project now for about a day. I started yesterday and I made quite good progress. I am knitting something that I've never knitted before, and honestly, this is very new territory for me. I kind of feel like I'm not really sure what I'm doing, which is a very exciting feeling because after having been a knitter for a long time, and knitting mostly for myself, of course, sweaters and cardigans, I usually know kind of how many stitches I need and I know my style, but it is a garment, but it's not gonna be for myself this time. So there are many new challenges, and like I said, I'm kind of, what do you say, swinging it? No. Well, I'm kind of like, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm not really sure if this is gonna turn out correct, but it's very exciting, and I think soon maybe you're gonna also be able to guess what it is that I'm knitting. We're here in Copenhagen, me and Yuki, celebrating our 1-year wedding anniversary, and we came here or arrived on Thursday. Today is Tuesday, and it was super nice weather when we came. It was like completely summer. Now it's a bit more of a gray day, and Yuki went out to do some stuff by himself. I'm gonna probably soon head out as well. We've been doing lots of things together, but we found when we were on our honeymoon in Asia for 2 weeks, we found that it's very good for both to have days where we spend also a few hours by ourselves doing some things that we maybe know that the other won't enjoy so much. Like for me, I like to go and sit in cafes, take my time, and of course go to maybe shops that he's not that interested in, even though I have dragged him to lots of yarn stores. And today he wanted to go to explore some things that maybe I don't really have the energy for, so I'm just spending like a really slow morning here by myself, and I just feel like I need time. Like I love to be in new places, but I feel like it takes a lot of energy to walk around. There's so many things to look at and see, and just lots of information. And of course also like having to navigate and stuff. Oyster!
Bloody Mary oysters.
So I just like need a few hours just like here in the hotel room, been listening to some podcasts and been working on this, and maybe I'll show you now, because I think it's gonna be fairly obvious what this is. So I have just separated body and sleeves, and this is gonna be a little woolly jumper for our baby. Our baby that is currently in my belly. So I am pregnant. I'm now 4 months pregnant, which is also the reason why I am a little bit tired. Don't have so much energy to walk around. This is like the first time I'm speaking about it publicly. We've been waiting, kind of holding off it a little bit, but now it really starts to show my belly, so I think it's gonna be hard to kind of hide it. Obviously super excited. This is something that we both have been hoping for and really have been wanting for a long time. It's something that didn't happen immediately. So now I'm officially in the second trimester. What people usually say that usually then you're not as tired. I still feel like in the evenings here when we walk around so much, I've been quite tired. But otherwise, like really felt really good. But it's still surreal to me that after such a long time also of wanting this, that I am pregnant. So sometimes I'm still a little scared, like, oh no, but maybe, this will all be taken away, or what if something happens? So I can still feel, but now I'm slowly starting to trust it more and believing that it actually happened. So now I am allowing myself to knit something for the baby. I've chosen this. It's kind of a light blue. It's the soft blue from Knitting for Olive, but I feel like it's not like super blue. So I feel like this, because I don't know if it's gonna be a boy or a girl yet, even though I mean, a boy could totally also wear like kind of girly colors, but I think this is like more of a greenish blue, so I think it will work well no matter what it is. And here I'm gonna put like a little rib. Then my plan is to do like a little rib here with some pretty big buttons. Baby's gonna arrive in spring, early spring. So it's gonna be pretty cold then. So I thought I'd start and make a little like woolly like overall. That's my plan, but like I have no idea like I've tried to ask friends for advice who have babies and children, like what to take into consideration, but I don't know if this is like if this is a good size. Maybe this is way too big. Obviously I've gone and looked at some baby clothes and tried to on the internet look at like some measurements for like newborns and stuff, but who knows, maybe this won't fit at all, maybe it will be way too big, maybe way too small, but very excited to start this now, even though it still feels a little bit like I don't know, lots of emotions, also because hormones, so I'm like crying all the time. Okay, last day in Copenhagen, let's go! We are just heading out. It's our last day here in Copenhagen. Today is definitely more chilly, so I'm wearing my darling cardigan, which I am working. I also have my sample with me here in my bag, my green sample. I'm working on the tutorial for it. I also have my little baby knit project with me. So I have 2 knit projects with me, which is maybe a little bit excessive when you're going out, but you never know in the mood, what kind of mood you're gonna be in when you sit down in a cafe or something. So just in case. Found some random tower, and one of Yuki's things always when we're traveling is he always wants to find the highest spot anywhere to see the city. We had to climb here. It was quite a long walk, and one thing that I've noticed being pregnant is I get so out of breath, but it went okay. It wasn't that bad actually, but it's quite nice to see the city from up here. Yesterday I managed to finish one sleeve. I have no idea if this is the correct length. I mean, it looks really short, but we'll see. And now I'm just working on the body. I really like this color. Now you can probably see it a bit more as well. It's so funny, like I feel like every day, because the body is changing so quickly, so every day there's like something new, and I've like downloaded all these like pregnancy apps and things, and I always think it's so fun to just go and see like, oh, like now, you know, like now the baby is developing this and that, and it's just like so fascinating and a whole new world, and like all the things to prepare for, but it does feel like I'm glad that there's so much time, so everything doesn't happen at once. So I feel like it's at a pace which is digestible. I always thought about how, you know, like pregnant women, you always see them like being like this with their belly, having their hand there. But I get it now. There is like something when you have this suddenly growing thing in front of you that just makes the hand want to go there and kind of check that it's there. Has it grown? And I don't know. And Yuki has been joking and making fun of me because I keep doing it, and like without even noticing, my hand goes there. So it's kind of funny. Are back home in Finland. I am sitting here waiting for the bus. Much colder back here than it was in Denmark. I've been working on my little project. I have it here with me. I think the body is maybe too wide. So difficult with the measurements, trying to get it right. And I've been thinking about how to incorporate, because I'm making an overall. I think I had said in the beginning that I'm making a jumper, but I'm making like a little woolly overall. So I want there to be some like buttons and of course then the legs. But I'm thinking like between the legs if I need to add a few stitches, because I feel like babies have like kind of this kind of shape. So I think I need to do something for that. Hey. This is how far I've gotten. I don't know, there's something, I don't know if it's like way disproportionate. I have bought some baby clothes and I've tried to take the measurements sort of from them and see, but I think this is too big. It looks quite wide. And then I'm also redoing the sleeve because it was just, I think it looked so weird, like it was just way too short. So I'm adding some length to that. I'm feeling pretty good about like the length of the leg, but it's pretty wide, but I'm thinking, I mean, it will probably not be skin to skin, like this is something you would have something underneath and then you would put this on the baby. And I've done one front edge placket here with some buttonholes. They didn't turn out super neat. It's a long time since I've done like buttonholes in just a rib, so I don't know, something happened, but at this point I'm like, okay, this is maybe not gonna be like the most amazing baby knit. This is gonna be the first, and I just feel like usually I'm pretty okay with ripping up stuff, but now I'm feeling like, there's gonna be buttons, so they're not gonna be able to see it, and probably also when I block it, it's gonna be okay. So yesterday I spent the almost entire day knitting, and I was working on this for a long time, and I had like a headache, and I was knitting for a long time, and then I got really frustrated at some point, and also got this feeling like, why am I trying to do this myself? Why didn't I just buy a pattern? Because of course when I knit for myself and design for myself, I know my measurements, my preferences a lot, but here, like, this is uncharted territory. Like, I do not know what I am doing. And then I felt like, oh my God, like I am not prepared to be a mother. But gonna keep going on it. I mean, it's very cute, even though the sizing is a big mystery for me, and let's see. But I'm also thinking if it's too big, rather that than it being too small and it never being used. So we'll see, still have a bit more to go. It is funny though, I on a couple nights ago we were at a friend's barbecue like party, and there were a lot of children there, and the youngest was an 8-year-old, not 8-year-old, 8-month-old baby. It was very, very cute. And then Yuki was like holding her at one point, and kind of we were just like admiring it, and I was like thinking like, oh my God, like in a year or a bit over a year, like we're gonna have a baby. And then during the night I had not maybe a nightmare, but like I woke up and I had a dream where Yuki and some of his friends, like we had gotten our baby, and he was like holding the baby, and they were kind of doing stuff with the baby, and I just felt like so estranged from the situation and felt kind of like I do not know what this is or what to do. And I woke up during the night and just felt like there's like this momentarily, or there are these moments where it just feels like, how am I going to handle it? Like there's so much I don't know, and sometimes it feels kind of overwhelming. Mostly, of course, very positive, and I found like some really good podcasts, and also just speaking with friends and stuff about all like the emotions and the thoughts that come up. But it's definitely like a roller coaster of thoughts and emotions. I've heard that dogs, at least, when you're pregnant, that the dogs can sense it, that they can become like really protective. And last night, Vico usually doesn't come to our bed, but last night Again, I was kind of having a nightmare, and I've read that that can be part of like pregnancy symptoms. So I've had some, and it's not always like nightmares even, but that I wake up during night and maybe I have some dream that just feels a little stressful. And last night I woke up in that kind of state, and then Viggo came there, and first he was just like, I got to pet him, and then I think he kind of knew that I was in a bit of a distress. One thing with the overall was really wrecking my brain about was like how like the whole crotch situation, because I feel like most babies, when I've seen them, they don't have a shape that goes like this, but they have a shape that goes like that, like this is where their legs are. So then I added some stitches here in the back, and I mean the leg looks kind of really huge, so I hope there's going to be enough space, but we'll see like in 5 or 6 months time how this project is going to turn out, like the final verdict of it. Oh, you're so tired. Oh. So tired. Yeah. Good morning. I am heading into the city again a little bit later than normally. Had like a long breakfast and I'm feeling a little bit like maybe getting a cold, so kind of took a slow morning. I got my woolly jumper. I keep saying woolly jumper. It's a woolly overall or bodysuit. I don't know what you call them, but it's not a jumper. And I said jumper in this entire video, but I've got it with me. I only have one leg. What do you call that? Well, one leg, I suppose, and one of the front side plackets left, like the button band left. So today I have it with me, and noisy. So today I have it with me, and I am going to go shopping for buttons. They need to be quite small, but I've already made the buttonholes, so I'm gonna check that it's gonna be like the perfect size. I have just gone ahead and bought buttons for the overall. It's always so difficult with buttons. And at first I thought, oh, maybe I should try to get something special, but then I got overwhelmed and it's just difficult. So I went with something very basic. I mean, this is my first project, so I figure I still have many projects left where I can go more wild. So this is more kind of traditional, maybe. Then with some other projects I can choose some funnier buttons. It's a problem. Okay, I got this kind of buttons. So kind of standard, but I think it's gonna be nice. I think it works nice with this color. I'm thinking, is it too dark? Well, I'm gonna go with it. The choice has been made. Oh no, a stain. Ooh, it's so stupid. I put these strawberries in the bag where I had this, and I was thinking like maybe it's not a good idea to put the strawberries in the same, but then laziness got me, and now I pay the price. Well, I'm gonna block this and soak it anyways, but Good morning. I woke up today already at 6 a.m. There's like a crazy storm outside, so it's just the wind is just rattling the windows, and it's been raining, and I came here trying to finish the overall, so I'm working now on the second leg sleeve. I don't think that's what you call it. What do you call it? Well, the second leg of the overall. It's kind of cozy to sit here and just enjoy, and I think I have maybe 1 hour left to do this and the front pocket, and then I can sew in the buttons.
Sì,
Giorno qui.
Aika se.
In you go. Okay, it is ready. I have blocked it and safe to say, I think it is way bigger than I had intended. So here it is. Final result, the not so small baby knit. My initial plan was to make something for a newborn because my due date is in March, which is usually still a pretty cold month here in Finland. So I thought it would be nice to have a woolly overall that the newborn could wear, but this is probably, I think, more like 4 or 5 months or something like that. Although, as my understanding is, babies can vary from like 2.5 kilos to like 4.5 kilos when they're born. So how are you supposed to know? I don't know, but rather that it's a bit too big, because then it will still most likely, hopefully, get some use than it being too small. And I really like these buttons, like they have a very smooth opening action here, so I think those are good. I made sure to secure the buttons very, very securely, or fasten them very securely because of like the choking hazard. And like the stitches got really smoothened out and relaxed when I soaked it and blocked this. But overall, I'm really happy. This is the first baby knit I've ever done. So now I also have some reference for like next projects. I made this in a week and I was working on some other projects as well. So baby knits, they are quick to knit, which is very, very nice. And yeah, now I just have to wait like 5 months or a bit over 5 months to actually get to trying this on, which I would like to see it on now, of course, but I think it's gonna be nice because then I can hopefully look back at this time and I have no idea how our life is gonna change, but I expect there to be quite a big, significant change in me and Yuki's life when we get a new person in the mix. So then it's gonna be nice to have this video to look back on. And also, while I was knitting it in Copenhagen and choosing the yarn and all of that. So I'm glad I made this. I'm glad I started now. Now I can make some other projects, of course, knit for myself as well. I have some good little tutorials that are coming up and some new patterns, which I'm very, very excited about. So do keep tuning into my channel, trying to make videos while I can and as much energy as I have. So I really appreciate you being here with me. Now you know what's going on and what is coming up. It's funny, I'm wearing my Salty Days sweater. And yeah, like some of the clothes are definitely getting a little bit tight. Like I cannot wear any of my jeans anymore. So it's gonna be very interesting winter. Like, what do you wear? Luckily, most of my sweaters and knits are quite oversized, so that's good. Thank you so much for watching. I am gonna put this little baby knit overall now in some like special box or drawer, and it shall wait there until spring. And as always, you can come and say hi. I'm over at Kutovakika on Instagram. Also, you'll find all my knit patterns now on my website at kutovakika.com. So I launched my own web shop. Of course, I also have my patterns on Ravelry, and I'll put the link in the description below. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.